Have you ever woken up in chains, the cold metal pressing against your skin like the weight of every expectation your homeland ever placed on you, tasting fear like bitter iron on your tongue while wondering, what if the enemy you were taught to hate turns out to hold a mirror to your own hidden scars of duty, identity, and the quiet hope that someone might finally see you as more than a weapon or a prize? That raw clash between fear and unexpected warmth, the sacrifice of old beliefs, and the search for who you really are pulses through episode 2 of The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King, titled The Unknown is the Source of Confusion, or similar, which aired on April 16, 2026. Following the intense capture and surprise marriage proposal in episode 1, this chapter pulls you deeper into the heart of the barbarian lands, offering an intriguing first impression. Tension wrapped in gentle discovery, like stepping from a battlefield into a vibrant, living world that challenges everything you thought you knew. You can stream it on Crunchyroll, right after Serafina de Lavalent's defeat and her stunned reaction to Veer's bold offer of marriage instead of death. Picking up from Serafina's humiliating capture by the Eastern tribes and Veer's unexpected proposal, episode 2 shows Veer gently introducing her to a small part of his everyday life among the Cornan people. She experiences strong culture shock as she sees their ways up close, from shared meals and open customs to the natural beauty of their lands filled with mythical races living in harmony. Misunderstandings arise from her Western prejudices, including awkward moments around clothing, sleeping arrangements, and the sheer abundance of food in a place where scarcity once defined her world. Veer remains patient and kind, even explaining traditions while showing a more refined side beneath his rugged appearance. The episode transitions smoothly from the shock of defeat to tentative steps toward understanding, blending humor with quiet emotional shifts as Serafina begins questioning the stories she was told about these barbarians. It feels like those moments in life or history when a prisoner of war steps into the enemy's home and realizes the monsters have families, laughter, and ways worth learning, like explorers first tasting foreign spices or soldiers sharing bread across old battle lines. This episode advances the main narrative by moving beyond the dramatic battlefield clash into the slower, more intimate process of cultural bridging and personal adjustment. It builds directly on episode 1's setup of Serafina's capture and Veer's marriage intent, showing how their forced closeness starts to chip away at her defenses. The pacing feels balanced and deliberate, mixing light comedic misunderstandings with heartfelt revelations, without rushing the romance or tension. No huge plot twists hit here, but the steady unveiling of barbarian life creates satisfying progress and a soft cliffhanger of growing curiosity. Will Serafina's heart soften further, or will old loyalties pull her back? Some fans might find certain cloudy aspects, like the ease of communication or the quick shift from enemy to guest, a bit surprising at first. From the manga and light novel context, Noriaki Kotoba's original work, these elements highlight deliberate world choices. The tribes value directness and hospitality as core traditions, often marrying strong lady knights from the West as a way to build alliances and strength, rather than pure conquest. The lack of a harsh language barrier serves the story's focus on emotional and cultural gaps instead of practical ones. It clarifies that Serafina's fears stem from her kingdom's propaganda, which paints the East as savage to justify expansion for farmland and resources. Reddit and fan discussions praise how episode 2 uses these moments to humanize both sides, making you eager to see how her integration deepens and what external pressures from her homeland might arise next. Serafina, voiced by Sayumi Suzushiro, carries deep emotional layers here. Her hidden wounds, years of fighting as the strongest female knight while facing sexism and the pressure to prove her worth, show through her defensive reactions and quiet observations. Her choices stay consistent with a proud warrior. She questions everything, yet small moments of surprise reveal growing vulnerability. It feels transformative as she starts seeing Veer not just as captor but as someone who treats her as an equal. Veer emerges with surprising depth, rugged yet refined, patient in explaining his clan's traditions while shaving his beard to reveal a handsome face that catches her off guard. His motivations tie to family customs of wedding strong knights, but his kindness hints at genuine care. Supporting characters like the helpful Cersei add warmth and humor. Their dialogue feels natural and impactful, like shared stories around a campfire that slowly change how you see the world. You feel as if you're walking barefoot on the soft earth beside Serafina, smelling fresh pine and roasted meat, hearing the wind through the trees, and sensing the shift when fear meets unexpected respect. The episode quietly explores profound questions of prejudice, identity, and the morality of war. What happens when the barbarian you were sent to destroy shows more humanity than your own leaders? Power appears not in conquest but in open living and mutual strength. Sacrifice shows in Serafina letting go of taught hatred, while hope versus despair plays out as she tastes abundance and freedom in a place once once feared. These ideas manifest in her struggles, awkward meals highlighting Western scarcity, or her shock at their inclusive community with mythical beings, echoing real history where civilized empires often demonized outsiders to hide their own flaws. It asks you, how much of your own identity is built on stories told by those in power? New lore enriches the universe beautifully. The barbarian lands feel utopian yet grounded, with vibrant nature, harmonious coexistence of humans and mythical races, and traditions like marrying warrior women for clan strength. It complicates the simple good versus evil divide from Seraphina's kingdom, making the East more inviting and the West's motives more questionable. Like discovering a hidden valley in old adventure tales, it adds depth without overwhelming the personal story. The script shines with sharp humor and poetic quiet moments. Lines carry real weight, foreshadowing emotional growth, and resonate after the credits, like the taste of a meal that changes your view of an entire people. No heavy cliches, just honest, impactful talk that pulls you in. Art director choices, with animation by Jumandu, bring warm, earthy colors, rich greens and golds for the lively lands contrasting cooler Western memories, using fluid movement in daily scenes and stillness for emotional beats. Symbolism in lighting and shadows highlights Seraphina's inner conflict, making beauty here mean honest connection and earned understanding, not just surface appeal. Visuals director work keeps character expressions vivid and relatable. Direction uses close camera angles to draw you into Seraphina's reactions, with smooth editing rhythm that amplifies culture shock through quick cuts or lingering shots. The OST acts like a living breath. Gentle motifs with traditional Eastern flavors rise during discovery moments, while silence speaks volumes in awkward or tender pauses, burning themselves into memory like a favorite folk song. Sayumi Suzushiro as Seraphina delivers standout performance, her timbre mixing strength with subtle tremor that perfectly embodies the warrior's guarded yet softening soul. This episode left me with a warm, thoughtful ache, like tasting fresh air after long confinement, mixed with sparks of wonder at how quickly walls can crack. Moments of culture shock spark quiet scars of recognition, while Veer's kindness brings gentle hope. The pivotal scenes feel like a soft collision of destinies, a proud knight from one world meeting the open heart of another, shifting her entire sense of self. It connects to universal questions. Have you ever had your deepest beliefs gently challenged by someone you least expected? What enemy in your life might hold the key to seeing yourself more clearly? I personally was struck by how the episode makes vulnerability feel like quiet strength. You sit there, heart a little more open, wondering what else the unknown might reveal. Some might feel the pacing leans relaxed or certain misunderstandings border on light comedy without deeper immediate tension, and the quick cultural acceptance could seem a touch straightforward. But these feel like deliberate choices. They mirror real journeys of understanding, where growth happens through small, sometimes funny steps rather than constant drama. The softness gives space to breathe with the characters instead of rushing conflict. Episode 2 succeeds warmly in its goals, deepening the enemies to lovers romance while painting a richer, more humane world. Its strengths, charming character moments, vibrant yet meaningful visuals, and emotionally honest writing far outweigh any gentle spots. In the end, it leaves you carrying a quiet sense of possibility and connection. So tell me, after feeling the wind of a new land on your face, tasting food that challenges old hungers, and hearing the echo of kindness where you expected cruelty, can you truly turn away without stepping further into the story? The unknown waits just beyond the next hill, pulling at something deep inside you. What hidden truth about your own world might you discover if you keep watching? The desire to know grows stronger, soft yet unstoppable, like the first real smile shared across old battle lines. Watch it and let the journey settle into your heart.